Hello everyone. Today's topic is first law of thermodynamics. What is first law of thermodynamics? The first law of thermodynamics states that an energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to other. Or the total energy of an isolated system remains constant although it may change from one form to other. What is the meaning of this is the total energy will be constant. The total energy will be constant during a process. Whatever energy changes take place from one form to the other, the amount of energy absorbed will be equal to the amount of energy liberated. Overall, the energy will be constant. That you can say that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but it is transformed from one form to other. The total energy of the universe is constant. Whenever a quantity of some form of energy disappear, an exactly same amount of energy must be produced. The meaning of all the statements is that energy must be conserved. Justification for the first law of thermodynamics can be seen as till now we have not constructed any machine which could produce work without consuming energy. Means if we are having a machine, we used to take work from the machine, but instead of that, what does the machine want? Machine wants the fuel. Means we are giving the energy. So to get the energy, we have to give the energy, because this is the first law of thermodynamics. As you can see, the reaction H2O plus heat, that is the electrical energy, gives H2 plus half O2. So on supplying 286 kilojoule of heat in the form of electric energy, then only 1 mole of water is going to decompose into its components hydrogen and oxygen. Similarly, 1 mole of hydrogen is allowed to burn in half mole of oxygen. H2 plus half O2 will give you H2. So you can see that the same amount of energy is being liberated. So there is some specific terms which we have to remember, that is like internal energy. So first of all, internal energy is represented by delta U or delta E. Actually the delta meaning is the change. Delta means change. So internal energy or U or E is a state function. What do you mean by state function? State function means which depend upon the initial and final path, not upon the manner in which the state has been obtained. So internal energy is the represented by U or E. What will be the meaning of delta U? Delta U means final minus initial. Delta U can be written as final state minus initial state. For a reaction, what will be the delta U? That is the product minus reactant. For a reaction, it can be product minus reactant. Next is the mathematical formulation of first law of thermodynamics. What is the mathematical formulation? The internal energy of a system can be changed in the following two ways. Means for a system, the internal energy, that is U or U, can be changed. How we can change it? Either by allowing the heat flow into the system. Either heat should flow into the system or heat must be liberated out of the system. Work done on the system or work done by the system. So now see how we are going to derive it. Let us consider a system whose internal energy is U1. After that we have given Q amount of heat. So what will be the new one? U1 plus Q, because we have given Q amount of heat, and it will increase the internal energy. Now we are getting a new internal energy, that is U2. And suppose if W is the work done on the system, since we are doing the work on the system, so plus W. So you can see that U2 is equal to U1 plus Q plus W. So U2 minus U1 will be Q plus W. So you can see that delta U is equal to Q plus W. This is delta U. As I have already told you, internal energy is the change in final state minus initial state. So delta U will be U2 minus U1. So this is the expression for internal energy. So you can see that the change in internal energy is equal to heat supplied to the system plus work done on the system. We know that internal energy is a state function. Now see, if we consider it in the form of work done by expansion, so W is equal to minus P delta W, and just now we learned that delta U is equal to Q plus W. If you put the value of minus P delta V here, what will be the new expression? Q minus P delta V. Q minus P delta V. So this is the expression which you can see here. Delta U is equal to Q minus P delta V. QV will be is equal to delta U. If you are keeping the term delta V constant, if the conditions are at constant volume, what will happen? Delta V will be 0. So P delta V will be 0 and Q will be equal to delta U. So this is the expression, that is QV is the heat absorbed by the system at constant volume.